We are singing, singing for our lives.
I'm going to say something that I never thought I'd say in a million years. Happy Steinbach Pride, everybody! And I'm a God-loving, hymn-singing, cow-milking, tractor-driving, low German-speaking, farmer-wurst eating, and Knaxo-knocking Mennonite through and through. But here in Steinbach and the surrounding area, those last three letters, G-A-Y, hold a tremendous amount of weight. All throughout high school, and I basically led a long road of verbal, emotional, and also physical abuse. I never told any of my friends, I never told any of my teachers, and I definitely didn't tell my family. I was too ashamed. My family didn't officially know at that point. Even at my own prom for high school, I was ushered out the back door because there was a group of guys waiting in the front parking lot who were waiting for me to come outside so they could beat me up. After high school, I started to rebuild my faith again in Christianity that I had lost as I was a kid. I attended church and volunteered at a youth group center, and only after I renounced my sexuality in front of a church full of people was I allowed to be the music minister in that church. Everything was going very smoothly, and my faith was really strong, and I was really, really happy. Only I knew that inside, nothing had changed when it came to my sexuality. The youth drop-in center that I was working at the time had overheard that I was talking to somebody else about the fact that I still liked guys. I was promptly brought into the office and dismissed.
Utter rights I didn't even know was particularly hurtful and painful. But the support and encouragement I received really helped through this difficult transition. If there's one thing I could change about the years I spent in the colony, struggling each day with my sense of sexual identity, it would have been that there was someone for me to talk to about what I was going through. Just one person who could have listened to me and understood my struggles and helped me through them. What a gift that would have been. I do it because there are still so many gay heteroids who are living their lives in hiding, fearful of who they are, fearful of being outed, disowned by their families, mistreated, or even excommunicated. I expose my life so that others can know they are not alone, that they aren't the only ones who were created different, and they too deserve a happy, fulfilling life. Ask yourself, what did Jesus do? Jesus never mentioned homosexuality, not once. We do not really know what he thought about it. What we do know is how he acted. What Jesus did practice was a radical openness and acceptance of all people, no matter who they were. He associated with outsiders and those on the very margins of society. No one was beneath him. No one was and is undeserving of his love and attention. And happy Steinbach Pride!
If you're attracted to someone, that's not a bad thing. Love is love, and everyone loves different people in their own way. It happens more often than you think, and some people will argue that it's uncommon, but the truth is it's just less common. The LGBTQ community doesn't always feel safe talking about who they are, and that needs to change. The way some people talk about us instills fear, as if we are people you shouldn't associate with. They have their view of what is normal, and anything that doesn't fit with that is something they feel the need to be afraid of. I'd just like you to know that normal doesn't exist. Our children need to know how the world functions today, and the LGBTQ community is part of our society. We exist, and we need to be recognized. Everyone deserves to be acknowledged, and we can make that happen simply by teaching our children that the world is diverse and no one is truly normal. We all have things that we struggle to accept about ourselves. Everyone has closets.
Starting off every day with 3 strikes against you leaves you with the feeling that you're indefinitely out. I came out when I was 22, to most. There's a silent, screaming, stabbing pain that is living under 3 marginalized communities. To start off, often, the queer community is a place where queer people of color are not affirmed and respected, where femme sexualities are not validated, and Christian queers have little to no room to share a precious part of their heart. these intersections, by no surprise, often leave queer people of color feeling as if they might choose between their ethnic communities and the lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirited, and trans communities because they experience discrimination within both. Born to Muslim parents who chose to convert to Christianity after leaving Egypt, I chose to become Christian early in life. 3 years ago, I moved to Winnipeg to work for your Christian radio station, CHVN. I came here to your very own town of Steinbach to MC the Audio Adrenaline concert. You told me I was loved and that you looked forward to hearing my voice on your drive home. I ask you now, the same girl you saw then, standing before you with the same heart and the same voice, church, I stand before you to challenge you to remind me what it means to be Christian again. With the compassion and grace in my heart, I know you could be better. To the church, I remind you, Corinthians 13:13 says, and now these three remain, faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love.
We are justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives.
Pride wants queer people of color in Steinbach and the surrounding areas to know we recognize that you face additional challenges and discrimination on a daily basis that others in the LGBTTQ community do not. We are unabashedly stepping up to take our rightful place in community as families and as human beings who are entitled to live our lives without being subjected to discriminatory environments, comments, and attitudes. We are pushing back against antiquated ideas that being LGBTTQ is sinful, something to be ashamed of, or unnatural. I have lived in this area most of my life. I am acutely aware of how shunning and shaming is used to keep people silent. You've heard that today too in more than one story. Unfortunately, I know that we will be subjected to more shunning and shaming as we refuse to remain invisible for the comfort of bigots. I also know that being here together today feels empowering, it feels amazing, and like anything is possible. We must do our best to remember these feelings when things get hard, because there really is strength in numbers. As much as we'd love for this day to be a turning point where all the issues and inequities are behind us, we know that there is much left to do. When someone states, I'm entitled to my opinion, or will just agree to disagree as it pertains to your sexual orientation or gender identity, the response is no. No, you are not entitled to speak your opinion regarding who I am, because I am the authority on who I am, and your opinion has no place here. When we say that we do not feel safe here, that it is oppressive, and the leaders say we want it to be safe, it is safe here. The response is no. No, you do not get to deny my experience because it is unlike your own. And no, you do not get to avoid action to rectify the situation because it is uncomfortable. Openly cite personal views and state values of faith, family, and community as the reasons they choose not to be in the same location as LGBTTQ people, subsequently dismissing our plight to end the discrimination so many of us face here, the response is no. No, you do not get to imply that we are excluded from the faith community. No, you do not get to imply that we are not included in families. No, you do not get to imply that we are not part of this community because of your beliefs, personal views, or opinions. And no, discrimination of this nature most certainly will not be respected. Moreover, it will not be tolerated. We will work until this language is never again tolerated from our elected officials. Take all the time that they need to shift, but action to rectify inequity cannot wait. When people tell you that you are bullying them by forcing them to buy into something that their religion clearly forbids, the response is no. No, it is not bullying to ask to be seen, and it is not bullying to ask our leaders to ensure our rights, as determined by the Human Rights Code, are upheld. No, you do not get to twist your bigotry into victimhood.
singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives.